live. Holy poop sticks. Where am I at? Here I am. Oh, there's people talking to the chat. Hi, people in chat. I had the wrong tab open. Welcome to the show. We're here to play some Tales from the Loop. This is our Through the Hedgerows campaign. A little preamble. Sadly, Maitreyi couldn't make it tonight. Today. It's not tonight. It's today. It's today.
Tonight somewhere.
It's tonight somewhere. That is very accurate.
Don't discriminate, Chuck.
I'll do what I want. And
Chuck wants to discriminate. If there's anything Chuck wants to do, it's discriminate.
Especially against
Defenders
people
of
in different
Kobold
time
is
zones.
What?
DOK is officially anti-world peace. I asked him to clarify, and he doubled down on it.
I'm not arguing anything with that statement.
UK is pro-discrimination?
Not that.
Is
Anti-world peace.
Is
I think
GNP,
that's
does GNP support this position? Wow.
No.
There you go.
No.
I'm going to release a 3-hour
Such an
YouTube video
easy-
documenting all the drama and the intrigue happening with GNP and DOK.
You should do that. That'll get us so
our
many
30
views.
seconds of drama.
Yeah. Like, DOK is this way. GP's like, nope, we're not this way. And then someone wants to up the scales, and GP's like, nope, we're not even going to do that. Because,
What scales? Like fish or like weight measurement?
Dragons.
Dragon
male.
scales.
Male.
My gosh.
Scale male.
Scale mail. Okay. Okay. Would have
Yeah,
been cooler
we-
if it was dragon scales, but I'll
No,
respect it.
It could be both.
Could
I'm
be
gonna
both.
ship you some scales.
Could be dragon scale mail.
Scales. I'm gonna ship them to you, so it'll be scale mail.
That hurts me. That hurts me so
that
much.
hurts. Actually, yes, I'm
How
wildly
did we get
offended
so
now.
derailed so early on in the session? Things
I
just
stopped listening like 45
so
seconds ago.
fucking hard
Like,
sideways.
checking out.
Let's talk about that one guy. I don't remember. Anyway, not important. Welcome to the show. Sadly, Maitreyi can't make it. Fun fact, today was going to be the final episode, and then I remembered that after I was just like, it's not a problem, Maitreyi. We understand, because it is fine. Maitreyi's got important shit going on. No problem there. But then I'm like, oh shit, I should have done something, but it's fine. I figured something great out that I had planned from the start, so don't worry about it.
I'm sorry. What was that? You had what since the start? What was that?
Plans?
Planned.
Did that give my lie away?
What did you do? Who are you?
Who
What did you
are
do with
you?
Chuck?
What did you do with Chuck? Let's do some character introductions. Dan, who are you playing?
I'm Dan, and I'm playing Gilbert Bates, who is our bookworm and carrier of chocolate chip cookies. I've had them basically the whole game.
And more importantly, you have a calculator, which you have not used once.
There's like not been a good opportunity to use it.
There's always a good time
Turns out.
for math, Dan. There's always
I've been trying to avoid it because then I'm going to out myself as not being able to do math either.
It's fine. Just embrace it. Just embrace it. Adam, who are you playing?
Hey man, I'm playing Chris, and we're trying to figure out what's going on, and haven't been able to access the telephone because otherwise I would have just dialed 999 if you want to hear the truth.
Oh shit! 999. I like.
It's Maitrey's not here, so she can't get the rancid quote. But yeah,
I knew it was something, and then I look at Jeff for confirmation, and Jeff gives me that confirmation that it's something.
although it was a very small reaction, not as typical. Like I'm putting my.
I thought that one was fair. It was fair. It was fair.
So
I think it's very in character though that Chris is like trying to say something that's impressive and then like makes a joke and then looks around to see if like
oh,
Aakshi
my
heard
trade's
it.
not here.
And
Or
then I was like,
Aakshi, yeah.
aw, I'm gonna have to say it again.
So yeah. Anyways, like we were on this bus, woke up out of the water, and trying to send kids home, do the right thing, because that's the only way we're gonna go home is if we're the chosen ones here. Just like Secret of Mana, where they ask you over and over again if you want to reactivate the seeds.
So you give them the right answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right answer is yes.
Yes. Speaking of the right answer, Jeff, who are you playing?
Oh my God, what? I am Tiffany. I don't know why you could call me Jeff. What the hell? Gosh, it's ridiculous. And I'm Tiffany, and I have a grenade. I have a knife. I have some goblin toenail clippings, and I have a diary that basically has secrets about everybody and everything and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, really love Winona Ryder, really love Ethan Hawke, especially from Reality Bites. Huge Reality Bites soundtrack fan, and love Lethal Loeb, all that kind of stuff. So this is Tiffany. Hi, what's up?
Hi. Very nice. Steven.
Hi, I'm playing Trent. I have a Game Boy, and I often hide in my hoodie. I've also rolled 16 times in this campaign, and I've had 9 successes and 7 failures, which is quite statistically unlikely because I should have been 75% or higher success rate since we can push rolls.
Good to know. I think you need the calculator.
That was a calculator-worthy moment.
It was a calculator-worthy moment. Very much. And yeah, sadly, Maitreyi can't be here, so no Aakshi tonight, which means sadly we won't get to see more of the blooming awkwardness between Aakshi and Chris. But that's fine because we're going to go to Melissa. Melissa, who are you playing?
I'm playing Stacy. She is 12. She really likes New Kids on the Block and anything Lisa Frank. And she really wants to go home. But her problem was that she used to get bullied at school a lot. And she really doesn't get bullied here that much. And so as much as she wants to go home, there's kind of something good about being here. So that's nice.
It is nice. It's very nice. So, last session on Dragon Ball Z. Nope, on Through the Hedgerows. Yeah, we're getting close to the end here. On your checklist of things to do, you've got one of your fellow scouts left at your current location. And then there is the Goblin Queen, which you have strong belief is Miss Jeffrey. And along with the Goblin Queen are her shadows, you can think of them as Ahmad and Eliza, who are always around her. So here in Fireburg, you've got to sort out Anthony, who works for the HOA. Sorry, my kid walked through, so I had to shoot him with the Nerf gun. It's the law.
Important.
Thank you. They even brought it back. They're so well trained.
But does that mean that you have to shoot again because they just walked in again? Just this
No.
never-ending loop.
I was reloading, so I didn't have a chance. It's heartbreaking. Yeah, so yeah, we find ourselves in Fireburg at the central office, the home of all of the competing HOAs. You're all getting ready to go through the office for the Rossville HOA, the contracts. I forget the exact phrasing I used last time. But essentially the contracts office, to try and save poor Anthony from his boring adulthood by reminding him, as his contract lawyer, of his super Trekkie love and all of the Star Trek fanfic that he used to write before his intense adulthood struck him. And so I think that's where we're going to pick up. You're in the office, you exited out the elevator, and kind of looking around this circular room with like the elevator core in the center. You see the 6 different neighborhood contract law offices for the HOAs. You see the restrooms, but you're getting ready to enter the Rossville HOA office to try and find Anthony and convince him to be a kid again, to hopefully free him and make him go poof into blue butterflies. But without Aakshi, there's no one to hug him into blue butterflydom. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, this kind of throws everything out of balance here.
It does.
Tiffany has a grenade, so we can still make him go poof.
Right? Like we could take the
different kind of
grenade,
cloud.
we could threaten him with like horrible violence and say like, if there's one thing that you regret in life or something like that, what would it be? And maybe that would work, but it seems really vicious and cruel, and that's definitely not me. But we could do it if it works. I don't know.
Gilbert, did you say you have cookies?
Maybe.
We could go in and sell cookies. That could be our way in. You ever knock on doors and sell cookies?
I do have 2 cookies, but then I wouldn't have a cookie for each hand if I sold one of my cookies.
You could break the cookie in half and put 2 halves in each hand.
That could have been a calculated
Or not.
moment.
That's fine. Oh my gosh.
I could go for a cookie.
Bet you could.
But anyway, yeah, I release it to all of you to figure out what you're doing here.
I suppose we should go talk to him.
Yeah, let's do it.
So you push the door open. You can see this cubicle farm. Just cubes as far as the eye can see. People, moving about here and there, slacks, dress shirts, ties, thumbing through papers. As you kind of move in, you can see that this room is deceptively large from what you expected on the outside. Just as far as the eye can see, just cubicles. People in cubicles going over paperwork, working on their little typewriters, signing, double checking, highlighting, dropping in someone else's inbox, picking up what they had on their outbox. I mean, just, paperwork hell. What do you all do?
We're looking for someone, right? Like, do they got nameplates on their cubes?
There are
something?
nameplates on the cubes. So since you're the one who brought it up, I'm going to make you go ahead and roll an investigate test.
Okay.
I just remembered I can't remember if we shared this, but it was a plan I was thinking about last time. Like you guys remember Star Trek 4? Because we realized that Tiffany was a secret Trekkie.
Yeah,
that's right. So and they went they showed up like on Earth and present day, and they enlisted the help of the local people. I don't know why I'm my accent's not really working quite right. And we could say that we're from the future or something, and we're from Star Trek, and we the Enterprise, and we need his help or whatever, Yeah,
I'm still game with that.
That way you can keep your cookies, Gilbert.
Guys, I've been keeping these cookies for a real long time because you always save the best for last.
If you don't eat them soon, they'll go stale.
Can my alias say that I'm Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the United Federation of Planets?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, because if my ID card says it, and we give it to a border guard, he doesn't speak English anyway. So, be cool.
It was 93, right? We're 93.
92 or 93. I think 93 sounds right. Yeah.
So we're in the height of TNG. Yeah, height of TNG, really. And then Aakshi can be Riker and just kind of do the leg lift and stuff, and just oh my god, that'd be perfect. She's the most athletic.
Make sure she steps over the back of the chair in order to
absolutely
sit down. Yeah,
coolest way to sit in a chair,
like a boss.
Absolutely. I always, God, I love Riker. I just love the way he lifts his leg. He's like a dog lifting their leg to piss in my territory. It's so ridiculous.
Whenever I think of Riker, I can just hear him saying "Red Alert," just the way he would always say it, the exact same way.
Nice. Anyway, so what's going on?
I don't know. What's going on
wasn't
with you?
Gilbert investigating and looking for the nameplate?
Yeah, you rolled a success.
Would more help or
more would help?
Good. I got one more.
Okay.
I can help you.
Tiffany, Stacy, if you were also looking, go ahead and just roll me an investigate test. So we got 2 successes so far. Gilbert, what did you take for that push?
Exhausted.
You're just running up and down these.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
So I spent a luck to reroll.
Okay.
And got nada. I rolled 12 dice and got nada.
Yeah, so these signs are just they're up on the top of these cue balls. These cue balls are like maybe like 5-6 feet tall. We'll go 6 feet. And they're just a little too high. You can't get a good view on them. So it's very difficult to make out who says what. Gilbert, you do pull 2 successes, and you kind of realize that they just set things up to be abnormally difficult here. So the cubes are in reverse initiative. Not reverse initiative. That's a combat thing. Reverse alphabetical order. And Andrew's last name is actually Andrews. So his name is Andrew Andrews because his parents hate him. And so kind of running around, you exhaust yourself, and you finally realize that he is one of the last possible cubes in the back of this area. And as you're all kind of debating Star Trek and who's going to set how, Gilbert, you come running back up. You are winded, you are exhausted, and you're just pointing way back in the distance, way past where the map is rendering. Like he is way the hell out there.
We're going to have to load new chunks just to get to him.
What's going on?
Way back there.
All right. You okay?
I
Need me to carry you?
yeah.
All right.
Gaze pod my cookie for a moment. Be like, worth it.
That's fair. So you all head back that direction?
We should practice what we're going to say. Not that we have to RP it, but while we go this really long trek, we know exactly what we're going to say when we get there.
I'll be the food synthesizer.
Yeah.
In the kitchen.
Nice. So I will
Can
say,
be the voice of the computer.
Look at me
nice.
materializing cookie.
that's fantastic. I'll tell you what, since you are all practicing what you're going to say as you're on this long walk back there, whoever makes the roll, I'll give you a success or an extra die right off the bat for your roll. So +1 to your roll. As you're making your way back that direction, eventually a man, blue short sleeve button up shirt, kind of hair's a little messier than what you expect here. He's pushing a mail cart, and he kind of turns a corner, and he bumps right into you, Tiffany. He's like,
Oh, this guy.
shit. Wait, are you an intern? Fuck, I don't have to apologize to you. Get out of the way, intern.
Excuse me? Yes, you need to apologize to me. You just bumped into me. That's incredibly rude.
It's called being nice.
Yeah, but I was told very specifically in training that you don't apologize to anyone lower on the corporate ladder than you. So as the mail pusher, I don't have to apologize to the, like the facilities people. I don't have to apologize to interns.
Good manners supersedes your stupid corporate policy. Thank you very much.
Number 1, let's focus on the mission objectives.
Hey, Mr. Rude Person, do you have any mail for an Anthony Andrews?
Andrew Andrews.
Andrew
Oh.
Andrews.
Oh, you're his intern? He starts flipping through. Yep. Got 3 letters for him right here, and he hands them over to you. I just need you to sign on this clipboard showing that you received them. Gilbert, you grab
Gilbert's
the
got
clipboard, you sign aggressively. Thanks. And then he just swerves around you, Tiffany.
You should still apologize,
Nope, suck it, interns.
Oh, man.
I
He was
unpin the
mean.
grenade and shove it down his pants and then run.
Sorry about that, Tiffany. I thought we were trying to convince this guy we were from the Enterprise or whatever.
Yeah, sorry. I was just so mad. I was seeing red. Ugh. So I'll be all right. I'll be all right next time.
Okay.
So Stacy, you have 3 letters for this dude in your hand.
I do. I would like
One
to.
is a utility bill. The other one is his paycheck. And the last one is a letter signed from the Technical Writing Club. Like just the address, Technical Writing Club.
Stacy's gonna open all of them.
I appreciate that. So first
This
off,
is gonna get blamed on the mail guy because he was
Okay.
a jerk face. So
that's fair. That's fair. First off is the utility bill. It is showing that he is delinquent on his grass greening upkeep bill. He's actually behind 2 months on the payments to the company that comes through and sprays essentially paints on the lawns to make sure they are the proper shade of green.
and how much is the bill for?
The bill altogether is for $2,356, but that is divided between 3 months being delinquent and the late fees attached to it.
Oh my gosh,
much more
guys.
affordable that
They
way.
pay like I could spray paint this guy's grass and I would get paid $2,000. That's a lot of money
you still
to
gotta,
spray paint.
Buy the paint and then buy the sprayer and
I can buy that with my allowance, and my allowance is not $2,000.
You get an allowance?
You getting allowed?
Right?
What?
It's like
excuses.
it's like $1 a week if I do my chores. Can of spray paint's not that expensive.
That's not. It's the
$1
'90s. It's
a
really
week.
not. So, next thing you see, he's got his paycheck. You pop that thing open, you take a look at it. He is, so, to you, it may look like a huge amount. But looking at the paycheck, it's dated for roughly 2 weeks, and the paycheck's about like it's $155.
I don't understand how math works here. He owes $2,000 for spray painting, and he only gets paid like $100 a week. I don't.
That's probably why he couldn't pay it.
That just doesn't. He should do something different.
We don't have to pay it for him to go into the sparkly poof thing, right?
Oh,
Because I don't have that kind of money.
Maybe.
no. Let me look at the other one. Maybe the other one will help.
So you open up the third letter, and it is he had entered a mail-in technical writing contest. And he got 3rd place. And he submitted an article on the proper way to sort legal disputes over property lines. And it's just a very step-by-step, very boring, very dry, it's hard to follow and read. But he got 3rd place. And in there is also a small check for $25. There's a few critiques on it, and those critiques are could have utilized underline and bold type font more effectively to highlight keywords and specific terms. And
We're gonna have to rewrite this into a Star Trek fanfic on the way there.
So he likes Star Trek, and he likes writing really, really, really boring things.
So what is this about again? This technical document? Gilbert?
Lawyer or something.
Or a lawyer or something?
It's very, by the definition, lawyer
It
something.
says proper
Lawyer something.
lines a lot.
Oh man. See, if it was actually a technical thing, We could be like, hey, we're from the future, and because you're the pioneer in this, we decided to come speak to you to help us get out of here or something.
Yeah. No. So anyone who looks out, it's very much, it's talking about just mediation and legal requirements and proper form filing for essentially two neighbors trying to sue the shit out of each other over, 3-inch dispute over where the property line lies. Between their properties, yeah. It's very fucking, like, lots of jargon, but it's very dry, doesn't make a lot of sense. And it's
Well,
like
if this
3
is what-
pages long is what he submitted.
If this is what his life is, it shouldn't be hard to convince him to be a kid again, right?
Oh
Hopefully
man, you'd
not.
think so.
Maybe he'll be excited he got third place. I have only ever gotten honorable mentions.
I get a lot of participation trophies.
You get trophies for that? That's cool.
No,
I've
they're-
only ever gotten ribbons.
They're really just ribbons, but
There's a little maroon ribbons.
angry parents call them participation trophies.
Well, that's mean.
You guys participate?
Nice.
All right.
Gilbert is now the one-upper.
All right, Tiffany, are you going to talk to him? And she'll like put the stuff back in the mail. I think you should say that the mail guy did this and get the mail guy in trouble.
Okay.
I don't know if that like helps our case of him having fun, appreciating Star Trek again, though.
Like,
No,
are
but it
we
would feel
going
good to do because he was mean.
Okay, so I see like two strategies here. Like the one that we've been talking about, like with with Chris, where like we're gonna pretend to be like, members of the Enterprise crew here to enlist him in a thing, Or we could try to like, I don't know, like convince him that his like technical jargon work would be like perfect for like writing a script for Star Trek, because I'm not sure if you've ever looked at the script, but a lot of times they just put like these little brackets to insert technical jargon later. And so like he's clearly good at this kind of nonsense. So like we can go that route instead.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
I mean, like, turn this into like a Star Trek. Like, maybe we missed the two ideas and we'd be like, oh my gosh, guy, we have to take you outside of here to resolve a dispute with property lines at this place out in the city. And we'll go on a Star Trek adventure.
Like maybe we say that the main deflector dish is malfunctioning and we need to get it repaired, but the manufacturer isn't actually adhering to the warranty policy that they put in writing when they purchased it. And so we need an actual lawyer to help us, convince, them to give us a replacement or to do the repairs, because it's always the main deflector dish. So
Pretty much.
Could we just ask him what it would take for him to want to be a kid again?
that's no fun, but all right.
As you're all having this conversation, while walking, I would presume, eventually you
Forever.
come up to the last row of cubicles, and you can see he is the third to the last. He's not quite the last. And you can, those of you tall enough, can see the little nameplate, Andrew Anderson.
Aaron's probably in front of him somewhere.
Yeah. And you kind of move up. These beige, kind of like soft textured walls. Kind of looking inside, you can see very clearly looks like an adult version of the Andrew you knew from the bus. Sorting through different documents, putting the little like sign here stickers in different places. He's got some whiteout, he's got a highlighter, he's got pens, just pouring over this huge stack, maybe like 4 to 5 inch stack of papers, just one page to the other, like reading, marking things up, flipping it, reading, marking things up. And he's just very, he's trying business professional kind of look, ill-fitting kind of like, jacket, That's kind of all you can make out. Maybe occasionally he turns to grab like a paper clip or something like that. You can see his tie isn't tied quite right. And his little cubicle office space is completely bare. There is no signs of personality, no personal anything in this little cube. As you're all you come up, you're looking inside. Then I'll turn it back over to all of you.
Who knows Star Trek well enough to like launch this?
I think
Just say
Tiffany does.
Report.
He kind of sets up. He doesn't spin around in his chair. He's like, I'm working through that document. I've got most of it marked up. I've got probably another couple days worth of markup. Then I'll be ready to turn that report in. Sorry there, Mr. Smythe. I'll make sure that I double my efforts and I work late. And he just goes right back to working. Doesn't really you startle him and then he just head right back down into the report.
Oh my God, this is worse than I thought.
Yeah.
What do we do?
I just kind of like walk in there, just push all the stuff off his desk.
Are you doing that?
I might.
If you're doing that, so you move up.
I'm doing.
He's very you can see he's doubled his effort since Tiffany asked to report. And you walk up and he's trying to ignore whoever's in his cube so he can work harder. And you just push everything off to the side. And he flips out. He was like, oh my gosh. And he throws down his highlighter and he spins around in his chair. He's like, sir, I am so... Why are you in my cube?
Did you not hear your captain speaking to you?
And he turns and he swivels around and he sees the rest of you. And Tiffany, he sees you standing out front. Gilbert's pointing at...
She's holding up the little Vulcan thing.
We thankfully have no gang affiliation here in Fireburg. I would appreciate if you would not, because that would require so much paperwork.
Oh my gosh. You don't even recognize this anymore? Are you that far gone, Anthony?
Who are you and what do you want? Stop doing that gang symbol. There's going to be so much work. That's a different one altogether. Are you from a rival group? What is this?
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
We're from the United Federation of Planets.
Go ahead and give me an empathize test there, Tiffany.
Okie doke. She's not horrible at that, surprisingly. 2 successes.
2 successes. And with the mention of the United Federation of Planets, he kind of freezes for a second. Wait. That sounds familiar. Holy crap. Oh, that sounds... United Federation. Are you a different law group here? I remember that.
Gosh,
Someone is... I was supposed to get something from someone named LaForge.
We're an away team.
An away team?
Yeah.
Yeah. What color is your shirt? What color is your shirt?
How many
See the red
lights do
shirt?
you see?
Mine's gray.
How many
lights do you see?
And you can see he kind of his, almost you worry you just gave this poor man a stroke. His eyes roll back. He kind of goes fuzzy. 4?
Okay, he can be safe. He's still... You have been indoctrinated. You were captured by the Cardassians and they've had you in some sort of prison camp or something. And they've been trying to get to you and stuff, but you're still there. Think, Anthony. Think back. Think.
They're
When you were
trying
younger.
to siphon the secrets out of your brain through this paperwork.
Wait. You're an away team? Is it Cardassians?
Yeah.
Either that or
Not the Kardashians.
Who are they?
No, they're not. That's not a thing yet. We have a couple years before OJ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the 90s so well. I was still, 5, 6.
Okay.
I mean, you think that's a flex,
Just that
but
sass coming out of Melissa is so perfect.
you are captured. You are captured. You are indoctrinated. Everything you see here, except for us, is fake. It's not real. They've got you thinking that you're some sort of insurance lawyer or something for who knows what devious plot that those people have. They're as bad as the Romulans. Oh my God.
Oh, those green-blooded bastards.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And you went through... Oh my gosh. Oh
We
my
snuck through
gosh.
security.
We've got to
Pretended
do
to be
something
interns.
about this.
We need to get you free. We need to get you clear. We need to get you back to where you belong.
No.
Transporters can't get through. They have some sort of field or whatever that's like preventing them or something. And like, we can't teleport you out.
No, we've got to stop the Cardassians. And he slides open one of his desk
Okay.
drawers.
I hope it's full of grenades.
And he pulls out a fucking gun.
Oh, no.
Right.
Sure.
Sure.
You can't set that phaser to stun.
Oh, I know it's primitive tech, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
But right here inside, these are all innocents. So we got to get you out of here before.
It's like a
God.
prison camp. Like
Just
they're
like
all
you.
the same as you.
Stacy, empathize test. You're trying to sell that everyone else here is innocent.
Trent hasn't seen Star Trek and he is just lost.
I haven't either. So
Oh my gosh. I am going to get upset and try this again.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
2 successes.
So, okay. As you can see, he's thinking over this. Like, he's got like this very early 90s, like, little goatee going on. And you can see that some of the hair starts just like actively falling out as his face kind of like smooths out a little bit. Okay. So we can't, all the other workers are like me. They've been trapped in this terrible simulation. But why? Why are they making us do HOA legal documents?
It's difficult to say. But what we do know is if we remove everybody at once, that will definitely set alarms. So we're trying to go one at a time. It's a very long mission.
Oh, wow.
And you're at the top, Anthony.
Yeah,
You're
that's
that
because
important.
you're the one who eventually makes the phaser.
I'm the one who what do you mean eventually makes a phaser?
He can't answer that question. That would
Wait,
That
is
would
there a
cause trouble
temporal
based on
anomaly
continuum, okay? He's
associated
already
with
said too
this?
much.
I've already said too much. Yeah, that's right. My captain.
We can't. Captain,
She's
we
right.
can't put anything past him.
Wait,
He's too smart.
you're pointing at you, Tiffany. You're a captain?
I'm a captain. This is like a multi-ship, mission because it's so like high priority.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
strange they would send a captain on an away mission like this.
it happens all the time. What are you talking about?
who else knows the best kung fu and can make high pressure decisions when communications are down?
Admiral Pike does it all the time. He sends captains.
Yeah, but we all know how things ended up for Admiral Pike.
What?
I mean, not well. I mean, I know that, but like, I'm not sure if anyone else does, but yeah. Listen, we're getting off track here. Okay. We need to get you out. You need to think back. What do you remember?
I just like to also call out, you notice that none of us are wearing red shirts. That's how you know this is like really top class here.
What do I remember?
Think back. This isn't you. This isn't your life. Think back. Reach back in your mind, right? You know about that. You know about the Federation of Planets. You know about the Enterprise. Okay. You know about all of this. You don't know about whatever these cubicle things are. This is just them trying to gaslight you. Okay. This is definitely not me trying to gaslight you in reverse. That's definitely not what's happening.
That would never happen.
Tiffany, give me, and I'm I'm looking at this and I see two possible options here. And I'll let you take your choice of which one you want to roll. I will either take a lead or an empathize test.
I'll do lead I'll do lead. Lead's a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right. I will,
spend luck or are you going to push?
I have luck. Yeah, I'll spend luck. Sure. So that's like a free reroll. Is that what it is?
Exactly. Yeah. You expend a point of luck and you get a free reroll.
Okay. Let's try that again. 2 successes.
What do I remember? I remember, and he starts rambling off this story. Like LaForge had asked me to check out something in the nacelle, and he starts kind of going through. Now, who here would have possibly at one point before the bus incident have read some of his Star Trek fan fiction?
I mean, if it was reading, it would probably be my character. But
okay. So, Gilbert, he starts kind of talking about what he remembers, and you remember this is like a short story he wrote, self-inserting himself into Star Trek, where he was put in a very dangerous situation, where he had to save the Enterprise. Now, Gilbert, LaForge asked him to crawl into a Jeffries tube to try and get to the nacelle to correct something. Tell me how this story goes.
What that is.
Jeffries tube is an access tunnel, and a nacelle is the big fucking things on the side that light up when they go to warp speed.
Okay, so like the thing got like separated from the ship. You got captured by the enemies. That's how they got you here.
I remember that. I was in the nacelle, and then they uncloaked and they hit us with something, and the nacelle broke free of the ship. Oh, that's wild. I must have slipped unconscious from the lack of atmosphere.
Like you bang your head around and stuff. When the thing comes off, and they're like, look at this guy. We can make him think anything now. He's going to wake up here. This is going to be his life.
Yeah, they hit us pretty hard, but we're forming a resistance.
That's great. What ship are you all based off of?
We are from another ship that also is in the Federation. It is called...
Well, we came here on a Reliant.
The Reliant? I'm not familiar with that ship.
All over the place.
I will just let you know that the correct answer was the Stargazer. And if that was what you gave me, I would have given you all a point of luck, but you didn't. So the Reliant, I'm not familiar with that ship.
Jericho.
It's a Reliant.
The Hot Pocket would have been another acceptable answer.
Khalidi Sidam. Oh my God.
So how are we getting? Can I just walk out? Do you think they're aware? How did you all get in?
We were pretending to be interns delivering your mail.
Yeah, like we just need to get on the Reliant, and then we'll get back up to the ship because we can't use the transporter.
Okay, they got some kind of like dampening field over. I understand they're blocking our.
But
So-
the comms are down too.
Yeah, see, like this doesn't even work, and he like pats like a pin on his jacket.
Yeah, like some kind of like
that's like
holographic interface disguising your true appearance.
well, he's got like a little anarchy pin on his jacket that he is touching, and it doesn't even beep when I touch it.
Wow, that's crazy. Let's get out of here. And
Yes, please.
he's like, and he's still got this gun in his hand. He's like, you're right. This thing can't be set on stun, and I don't want to hurt any innocents. So he throws it in the drawer, closes the drawer, locks it.
No, I'll take it. I can take it. No, I'm just kidding. Put it away. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. I mean, Captain, if you ordered me to, I'm just a
No,
lieutenant.
No, put it away and let's move.
Yeah, he locks the drawer with his little office key and he kind of just chucks it out. Let's go.
All right, let's go. If anybody asks you, you're going to the bathroom or getting coffee.
Okay. And he leads the way. He's walking towards the exit. It's a long walk. You're all familiar with this. And all of a sudden, you hear a voice bellowing from the distance. Andrews! Where the hell is my report? And you see Andrew fucking freeze up. I think I've given this dude like 3 last names. It's Andrew Anderson. So a guy would have called out, Anderson, where the hell is my report? And you see Andrew just fucking like lock up, go stiff as a board. Clearly
they
startled
programmed
and
you to
scared.
react to this.
Give me an empathize test there, Dan.
Oh, good. I'd like you.
Can we see the boss?
You
I'm
can. You
expert at
see
these.
this heavy-set, middle-aged man, thinning hair with a vain attempt of a comb-over. And
Is
yeah.
he like in our way or behind
No,
us?
you can see a few rows down. He is huffing and puffing, very angrily, like storming up to you all. Very angry footsteps as he's approaching your group.
I failed.
Oh, shit. It's him. What do we do, Captain? He looks back at you, Tiffany.
Trent
Run.
is gonna just start barreling at this boss and just try to like run right through him and shove him over.
Holy crap. Give me a force test. This is fantastic. Trent.
3 successes.
Trent. You fucking run up. You channel the linebacker that you never knew was inside of you. And you fucking charge. You drop low. You rise up right into his gut. And he flies back 4 or 5 feet. Lands hard on his back. You can hear the breath go out of him. And as he hits the ground hard, he yells out something in some language you don't understand. And you see Andrew. Holy shit. He just called for backup. We gotta go. And Andrew fucking bolts.
I'm really sorry. And I run away.
What do the rest of you do?
And run.
Run?
Yeah, run.
Everyone, give me a move test.
Oh boy.
Oh,
So far,
Not
so
as
good.
good at these. I'm gonna push.
Oh,
Spend some
Tiffany.
luck.
I'm
Push.
also gonna push.
Oh, I accidentally clicked on Tiffany's.
How dare you?
How dare you?
It was still a failure.
Still a failure.
Okay.
2 successes on my push.
Okay.
I'm a little exhausted.
Okay. So it looks like Trent and Stacy, the two of you failed.
Yes, and I'm now exhausted.
That that actually makes sense as you're running. You're turning Stacy. I am also going to give you exhausted, even though you didn't push.
Okay.
Because all of a sudden, these beams of light, you start hearing the classic, phaser noises as all of these beams of light start flashing over your shoulders, coming at you. You're turning, you're ducking. Now, Trent and Stacy, you each catch one of these shots, and you stumble, you roll, you pop back up, and you feel just this numb, draining sensation. You've been hit by whatever this weapon is. But thankfully, it must have been set on a very low setting or on stun. And you look back, and you can see where Mr. Smythe was on the ground where you tackled him, Trent. And he is now a fucking Cardassian. And you can see that classic ridged neck. He's kind of heavy set in that classic armor. All of a sudden, the lighting theme has changed in this office. It's very dark. And you can see all of these different people kind of poking their heads out. All sorts different. Like you can see, fucking Trill. You can see Ferengi. You can see Klingons like looking out, looking confused. You see a couple of actual fucking Star Trek Federation people pop out in their uniforms, looking very confused about what this commotion is. There are no tribbles because that would be the destruction of everything.
Yeah, otherwise we'd have trouble with tribbles.
That is true. And we would get Worf to awkwardly say that he doesn't talk about why Klingons used to look different.
I heard recently that you could take tribble blood and it just sort of cures everything.
Really?
I heard that. I heard that somewhere, but
Okay.
I don't know. That shitty Into the Dark.
I thought all this Star Trek
yeah.
stuff wasn't real.
So,
Is that? Oh
very
god, that was a
real.
rough movie.
I thought we were making it all up.
Ow! The pain is real.
I instinctively reach down and hope that there's a phaser on my side.
Disbelief.
Yep.
I want to test for this. I really do.
If you say no, it's fine.
No, I really want to test for this because I think this sounds really fun. It's going to fall under comprehend.
Oh, I am the best at this. It's going to be amazing.
Are you pushing?
No, this is a bad idea for me to
As
push.
you reach down to your waist, expecting that phaser to be there. And it is not. You feel the strap of your guitar. You feel your belt. Maybe a little bit of chain from your wallet. There's no phaser there.
All
I
right.
don't
And
know.
then,
What about my hand tools? One of them conveniently be something different.
Same roll. Comprehend test.
I like the sound of this idea, so
Are you pushing?
of course.
You reach into your hand tools and you find that you actually have a tricorder in your bag. Now, bonus points. I'll give you a point of luck if you can tell me what a tricorder is, Dan.
I was about to say, does Dan know what a tricorder is?
I feel like I do, but I don't remember. Is it like a communication device or something?
No luck point for Dan.
Dang, I
It
couldn't
is-
remember. I know it's something that they hold in their hands.
It's a
they hold it in their
scanning-
hands and it
scanning
goes-
equipment.
scanner.
It's a
Yeah.
recorder that works in 3 dimensions.
That's it exactly. No.
It's an improvement over the Duo recorder.
You pull out a
All right.
tricorder. Just instinctively, you pull it up. You pull out the little thing and you start scanning the little beeps. And it actually highlights some kind of emergency escape route. And in one of the nearby cubicles. It's standing empty, and it detects that if you move this chair out of the way, you can lift up this panel. It'll be an emergency escape route.
I took injured for that, so I'm assuming I take a shot while I'm searching or something.
You absolutely do. All of a sudden, you feel this hot sensation. Your arm goes numb. You drop your tricorder.
Oh, my hand tools.
You can pick him back up. I'll allow it. But your
Okay.
arm is now completely numb as you take injured as you're hit by this stunning phaser.
So are there there's Cardassians firing at us, right?
Yeah.
Firing at Stacy and Trent. Okay. And is Gilbert like shouting out what he found?
Gilbert.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I'm keeping it a secret. I'm going to escape on my own.
Tiffany is going to totally and unnecessarily do like a roll maneuver back towards Trent and Stacy. And then she's going to throw her grenade
Oh, shit.
after pulling the pin at the Cardassians that are firing the phasers.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, like between us or something like that.
Okay.
And then it's just going to yell out, move, move.
I love this. Give me a force test. I'm going to give you're going to get an automatic success because you're throwing a grenade. The more successes you get, the more effective this is going to be at ending this chase.
This is force just happens to be the weakness, the physical force of Tiffany is not quite as powerful as the emotional and mental force of Tiffany. But here it goes. Oh boy. I still got a success.
You got a success.
I rolled 2d6s. I got a success. I'm keeping that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you
Nice.
pop the pin. You go and you throw it as you're watching this thing in slow motion. As it starts tumbling through the air, the lever flips off. And you can see back where there's this group of like 3 Cardassians, like all kind of like taking cover behind these cubicles. And you can see one of them is the one that just fired and hit Gilbert. As this grenade lands and it rolls right underneath one of them, they look down at it, obviously not recognizing what this is because this is ancient Earth weaponry compared to what they're used to encountering. And then just boom. And where these 3 aggressive aliens were is this pink cloud. Splatters of blood on the cubes. Your ears are all ringing from how loud this thing was. And it gives you all the few moments you need to hop in this emergency escape hatch that Gilbert had found.
Did we just kill them?
All right. Well, let's move.
We'll think about that later.
I have a lot of things to go to therapy for. So this is just like one more thing on the pile.
One more. Just one more.
Yeah, it is.
I was just trying to buy us time. I didn't think it would end up with him dying.
Well, you got shot, and then Stacy got shot,
they
and then
shot
Gilbert
us.
got shot. I sort of feel like I was justified in those actions. And when I put that in my
I'm not trying to-
captain's log, I'll be okay.
I'm not trying to say it's your fault. I can't believe that happened.
Come on, buddy. Let's go. It's all right.
This is this emergency escape thing. It's not like you're expecting like a tunnel with a ladder. No, it is like a chute. It's like a slide.
Like a
And-
Jeffrey's tube?
What's that?
Is it like a Jeffrey's tube?
It's not like a Jeffrey's tube. It is a straight up, like, Andrew runs past all of you as soon as this is open and he leaps in. And you can look down, you can see it's just perfect round tube just going down, kind of turns off a little bit.
Wait, are you mixing Star Wars and Star Trek? Is that one of the things from The Empire Strikes Back that Luke falls down?
No, that's a garbage chute.
No, okay.
Or is
No, that's a
it
New
how
Hope.
they escape out of Cloud City?
Oh, so you know
Actually,
this
it's a
one,
garbage
Dan.
chute both ways, isn't it?
I know Star Wars.
I can't give you shit for that. As someone with a fucking Star Wars tattoo, can't. I will, though. How dare you, you fucking nerd. What are the rest of you doing?
Chris is gonna, if Trent or Stacy or anyone else that's hurt or exhausted are behind, he's gonna try and help them move and be the last one out.
Okay. The rest of you go along with this?
Yeah, if Chris is taking care of them, then Tiffany will make sure she's like right next to this guy that we're saving
Andrew?
and
Yeah.
like making, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tiffany's the first one in. I'm going to Gilbert, Trent, Stacy. Any of you have a preference on how you go? Because you can see that Chris is very much setting up to make sure to close this, make sure everyone gets in.
He's pretty
have-
fast at running, so
Yeah.
Stacy,
I have all 4 conditions at this point, so
So it'd
God.
probably be Gilbert that Chris is helping. Yeah.
Okay, Stacy, you're in. Trent, what about you?
I'm exhausted and not very fast in the first place, but I would just be trying to get in there. I wouldn't be worried about being the last one or anything.
Okay, yeah. Trent, Gilbert, come in. You can see Trent looks exhausted there.
All right, buddy. You could do this is just a little bit longer. You got it. Good job, man.
My cheeks are just bright red, sweat dripping down.
Yeah, you see Gilbert come through and he is looking rough. You help him into the thing. And we're going to kind of close this scene with Chris. You're going to give me one last move test.
All right. I did it.
Oh, you did it. Thank goodness. Okay. You leap in, and as you're kind of like, you hop and you go down this thing, you just grab the interior handle of this thing and just pull it down closed with you as like you see a different phaser fire kind of like hitting the interior of this lid, this hatch as it closes. After a few moments,
Wait. Can we have the like typical 90s scene where it shows us all like sliding down this thing for like a good 30 seconds to 1
so.
minute and we're all going, whoa.
there's probably like a cool song playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Tiffany, you're the first on your feet. And eventually you can hear your friends coming behind you all like, yelling in excitement or fear or whatever it might be. And Tiffany, as you kind of get your footing, you look up and you see Andrew standing there. The kid that you remembered from the bus. 11 years old, maybe. And this very much like his mother made Star Trek, like classic blue uniform, a single gold band or whatever it is for lieutenant, because I don't remember the ranking from the original series. He stands up. We did it, Captain.
We did. Excellent job, Lieutenant. I put in an accommodation for you, okay? Like, oh my God, you did so great.
I appreciate those kind word, captains. Now, if you would excuse me. And he clicks on the little Starfleet emblem on his chest. Anderson, one to beam up. And he turns this blue and kind of bursts into these blue butterflies. And the rest of you slide out and burst out of this slide as you're watching this cloud of these glowing blue butterflies kind of dissipate.
Beam him up, Aakshi.
I didn't hug him. He just he energized.
maybe
Meanwhile, we
only some
see-
people need hugs.
Meanwhile, as he disappears, we see a pair of arms as Aakshi was hugging him after all.
Nice. So, you have freed Andrew. I'm sorry. Oh, I even looked. His actual name was Anthony.
Discussing that in chat.
He turned back into
Yeah, I was
Turned back into
did we
Anthony.
grab the wrong guy? We just grabbed some random dude.
Andrew is his middle name.
It's Anthony Andrews Anderson. That's it. Oh my gosh.
AAA.
Triple A. His parents hated him. He's gone. You are now standing outside of the, central town hall of Fireburg. You can hear alarms going. Looking up, you can see the windows in this building are flashing red. What do you all do?
I mean, probably run.
We're gonna get in so much trouble.
Actually, maybe we don't run. Because
To the
cool
hedgerows.
guys never look at
The
explosions.
adults, the
And they
aliens with
calmly
guns.
walk away.
Okay, first of all, why do we care about adults and what they say? We did great, Trent. You tackled that guy. It was amazing. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Chris is abnormally tall even for his age. And so if Gilbert is unable to do anything, he'll just straight up pick him up at this point because of all the heat that we've got.
I see now in the chat. Yeah. Chris is 7'9". Wow, you're really tall.
Let's say he's like 14. He's still got a little bit of growing to do. Maybe he's like 6 foot right now.
Oh wow.
Chris is
7'9"
actually a
and still
middle-aged
growing?
man.
You might hit 9'7".
As you're all running, there is this uneasy tension in Fireburg as you're running through all of the different neighborhoods. But thankfully, no one seems to be coming after you. As you're coming up on the exit, now I believe Tiffany, you were the one who gave this security guard the what for.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. Pretty much anytime someone gets the what for, I imagine Tiffany was responsible.
He is looking confused and he sees you all running and he yells out, "Hey, you kids, stop. What the hell's going on?"
There are some bad kids back there that are doing bad things, okay? We are coming to warn you. Oh my gosh, you got to get in there and do something before they burn the whole place down.
They're crazy and they're going to make us look bad.
Totally crazy.
Easily. He's like, "I've been training for this my entire life," as he pulls out an assault rifle and starts running towards the town hall.
Can we get out
well,
of here really fast?
That's alarming.
I don't like all
I feel
the
like things are just
guns.
continuing to escalate with this guy.
Yeah. He's really not a good person. So let's just go really fast.
Can somebody wrap up my shoulder? It kind of hurt where I got shot.
If someone wants to
when
take
do we
a few
leave?
minutes. Okay.
Let's leave first, and then we'll first aid stuff.
So
Okay.
you all push through the hedgerows. Where do you think you're all going to go?
Cornfield, maybe?
Cornfield?
Isn't that the Goblin Caves on the other side of the cornfield, right?
It is. That is correct. As you all push through the
hospital.
cornfields, you hear a chime of think like an old-timey shop that's got that little bell on the door. When you open the door, it rings. And you find yourself in this cluttered, filthy store with all these weird knickknacks, trinkets sitting around. And standing in the middle of this store, barely visible, is a salesman.
Oh, this guy.
I'm so glad you all stopped by. And just like you push through the hedgerows and right through the door into this shop.
Well, we're not glad we're here.
Oh,
We get here.
well, that's disappointing.
What do you want?
Maybe he needs help.
Would like to
Maybe
buy.
we can make him poof.
What do you want to buy?
Buy what?
You all have a set of earrings.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to buy
Why?
I need them. You need me to have them.
Why?
It's better if you don't have them.
Better for who?
You.
I don't believe you.
Go again, why? I'm going to follow that up really quick, just with another why.
So many whys, children.
I mean, we are children. That's kind of our thing. Like, are we there yet? Why? Can we eat now?
Why don't I show you what I'm willing to offer?
Why?
So
Doesn't
many
matter. We're not
whys.
going to give them to you.
We just say why 1,000 times until they lose patience and get rid of us. That's the plan.
He gestures his hands at a nearby counter.
Whoa, is that a Schecter?
This is what I have to offer. Just for those earrings that you don't even need.
What makes you think that we don't need them?
Because
This makes us think that you really want them.
I do really want them. For
We don't
myself,
usually like things that you want.
that is fair, and I understand. But please, for your own good, trade them with me.
DuckTales 2, that's not even out yet.
Not for you, but for me. Anything is possible. You don't want to finish what you're doing. You don't want what's ahead for you. Stay here. Give me the earrings. Take these things. I have much that I can offer you.
Dude, wait, I think that's a Carl Thompson.
Chris.
Like Chris has completely lost it. He's fawning over this base.
Yeah, as you're all looking, for those of you who can't see,
I mean, that calculator watch has got a certain appeal to it.
there's a calculator watch, a very fancy journal with a lock, a brand new Lisa Frank coloring book, a Game Boy DuckTales 2 cartridge, and an amazing looking bass guitar.
So Tiffany has changed a lot since this whole thing started. She used to be a gossip hound, and she wanted to get people's secrets and use them to exploit people and be mean to people. So like seeing the diary and the journal as a way to like document that stuff doesn't really have the same appeal anymore to her. So she's just going to look at this stupid looking salesman and says, well, you don't want to keep telling me what I want and don't want. Okay?
My apologies. Why don't you tell me what you want then?
Why should I? You haven't told us anything. You just keep saying we should think this and we don't want that. And you never tell us anything. So maybe tell us something.
You are home. You don't want to leave this place. Nothing waits for you there. This place is infinite. This place has everything you need or want, and I can provide it.
Anything?
But everything he offers comes with a cost. And that cost always involves hurting someone else. And then they need things. And then he makes them an offer. And then they have to hurt someone. It's like vicious cycle of constantly hurting people for things and desires.
It doesn't have to be this way.
But it is that way. You want us to hurt someone else right now to
Why don't you
get
want the
stuff.
Goblin Queen to leave?
I don't. The Goblin Queen is inconsequential. It's you that I need to have stay here for your own good.
Dude, it's a Thompson. That's Les Claypool's base.
No, it's not. It's a fake, not real thing, Chris. This isn't real. Like, it might look like it. It might sound like it, but it's not real.
Do you need
This place
more?
isn't real.
I can
It
give
feels
you
real.
your own home. Everything you could ever imagine it could be. As he gestures and like this image appears of this giant house, more of a tree house, all of these exterior rooms. You see people playing, enjoying themselves. This could be everything you've ever wanted.
I really hoped it was a model so you could do that. Is that a house for ants?
Nice.
It if we stay, we don't have to hurt people, right? Like we
You
can.
don't. You can make this place anything you want. You can create it and recreate it and make
So
it
you
your
give
own
us-
paradise.
So you'll give us anything that we want if we give you these earrings
And we gotta stay too.
with
You
no questions asked. No gifts, no nothing.
Just give me the earrings. And
Anything.
I'll give you. You will have the power of creation. You can make this place anything you want, exactly like those who came before you.
So we
As
give
he
you those
shows
earrings.
you a very weird image of a couple of young girls in a boat.
No, man. It's like, should I stay or should I go now?
Well, in this case, if you stay, there will be no trouble.
But if can we just give them the rings and then ask for the earrings back?
Are those Mr. Frank's kids?
Mary
They
and Ashley?
are. They're the ones who last shaped this place. You all can be the next.
But what
I
happened
can't give
to
you
them?
the earrings because they're not mine to give, but I'll stay.
You'll stay? Listen,
No.
Miss Jeffrey has no desire for those earrings anymore.
I don't believe you.
I'd rather hear that from her.
I mean, if we can make this place whatever we want, that wouldn't be so bad. I mean,
But it would be bad because it means people are trapped here and they don't really want to be trapped here.
but if it's what we want, then we can say that people can leave when they want.
But I don't think that's how it works.
Sadly, you all are the few who could leave if they want. That's why I need you to stay. Please. There's nothing waiting for you out there other than pain, growing up and becoming the adults that you've struggled against. Stay here.
Wait, so there's nothing out there? Dude, what about our parents? What about our family? What about all that?
They'll be okay. Eventually.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, I wanted to go back home, but, you know, I didn't have any friends back home, and my mom worked a lot, so I just spent a lot of time alone. And, you know, now that I'm here, like, I've made friends. So
Dude.
this isn't that bad of a place.
Trent, you think we're not going to be friends when we get back home? Like,
I mean,
hey,
I don't know.
do you ever play console games?
No, I don't have one.
Is Game Boy your only thing?
That's all I have.
Well, hey, buddy, I've got a Super Nintendo, got a multi-tap, and I've got Secret of Mana. And I'd love to
But,
have
like-
you, and there's room for one more. Whoever wants to come, we'll play together. Like, we're going to be buddies.
You know,
We could have that here, though. We can have whatever we want.
Aquaburg does not have an arcade. There could be an arcade, and you could be the one who runs it. You'll get to play all the latest games. Everyone will come far and wide to play games with you.
Wait, we've done a lot here, guys, and we've maybe we should stay. if we go back, who knows what'll happen?
Nah, man, it's
Just
when he
your-
said that there was nothing on the outside. And there's something out there. Like my mom's probably worried sick. My dad will be when he eventually hears about it.
They'll
Just
be fine.
because he says
And I'll-
some things that are true doesn't mean that his whole point is right. And I think in the time that we've been here, we were different than we used to be. Like what Tiffany said. Like I look at that coloring book and I know how to draw so much better now than I used to. And I don't want to just color anymore. I want to draw my own stuff. And that's because we were here. But it doesn't mean we need to stay here. We can
In the
go
books
back
I
home.
read, the bad guys say like truths and lies at the same time to try and trick people.
I don't want to trick you.
Yes, you do. You always want to
Yeah,
trick
you
people.
do. And
Guys.
Trent, like not knowing what's gonna happen is like kind of the point, right? Like here, yeah, we can. Like life is about dealing with unintended things and surprises. Like I wouldn't have known that I was gonna be friends with you, but like I do now, and like think of all the things that you don't know are going to happen if you go back that you're not going to get experience here, because here you're just going to live in your own little bubble and you're not going to be challenged and you're not going to have to like grow and do different things and all that kind of stuff.
Imagine how many more cool ideas you could have once you know more cool things.
Yeah.
Like we have become friends, I think, and I'm really happy about that. But like, I went to summer camp last year, and I thought I made friends there too. But after camp was over, they never talked to me again.
Here, it's always summer camp. Here, they're always
like-
your friends.
What if we go home and we just don't talk again?
I promise you, we're going to hang out if you want to. I ain't
We're
going to
gonna
make you, though,
talk.
if you don't want to.
We're going to talk, Trent. But the thing is like, you have friends for parts of your life, and then you have friends for other parts of your life. And some of them you keep, and some of them you don't. And that's just the way it is. Like I had friends when I was younger, and I don't have them now, but I have different friends now. And so when I think back to when I was younger, I think back to those friends and I remember and I smile. And like 10 years from now, I'll think back and maybe some of you I'll still know and maybe some of you I won't. But that's just how it works. That's life. Keeping everyone here that doesn't seem right.
I don't want to be a friend you don't keep.
Well, then
Here, you can
we need to
always
work.
be friends.
I really
Here-
need you to stop talking.
Yeah, let's just like, zip it. Okay. Oh my God.
I promise
So,
to
like-
never say another word if you give me the earrings.
I don't believe you.
Promise to punch you in the face if you say another word with my knife. Anyhow, Trent, if you want to stay friends, then you need to work at staying friends. And I need to work at staying friends. And that's how it is. You don't just friendship is not something that, just happens. Like people need to work at it and like they need to care about it. And, that's just something you do. And that's what we'll do when we go back.
I understand why you feel the way you do, though, because when I got here, I didn't understand why some of you guys wanted to do the stuff that you wanted to do. And I still feel being adult is dumb. Oh my gosh. Did you see what we just saw? This time they spent doing stupid papers and that's just so bad.
Here, you
But-
never have to be an adult.
I told you to please stop talking. But since we've been here, now I think
I'm gonna have to ask you to
starting
leave, Chuck, while we
understand.
discuss.
My bad.
Just joking. I'm just being silly.
I think I get it now. Why? Like, do you have games that you used to like, but you don't play anymore?
There are games I beat, yeah.
And you learned from beating it. And you don't have to just keep playing the same game because you had fun when you were playing that game. You play the game and you have fun when you play the game and you learn something from playing the game. And then you can move on to a different game. But you'll always remember how fun that game was. And maybe you learned how to like jump or learned how to do something else in the game. And now you use that in your new game.
But having a cool house and an arcade and us all being friends for forever, that sounds pretty good.
That is a really cool house.
It is,
It is a
but
really cool looking house.
you know what we can do is make sure that we succeed back at home. And that way we can have each other over to each other's houses.
Okay, well, if you guys go, I don't want to be here by myself, but I really think we should think about staying.
Chris looks over towards that base. Oh man. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
I can show you everything that you don't know about playing it.
Snoochie booches, man. I don't appreciate your ruse. Your cunning attempt to trick me into giving up on the plot.
I'm just saying, I can offer
Wait, like-
everything that you might want. I just need those earrings.
Like, for serious, like, if this were a book, this would be like that thing that happens right before the end.
Shh.
Gilbert, do you want to stay?
I mean, not really, no. There's so many more books to read that have yet to happen.
You saw what I did with DuckTales too.
Yeah, but it's not quite the same if you're still, like, controlling what I have access to. Like, I
Have you
don't know
heard
what
of-
I don't know.
The Winds of Winter? I can make it happen now.
No, I haven't heard of that. But still, it's just you feed me things when there's so many books out there. Like, I don't even know what I don't know about to even ask you for things.
I can... You stay, and the things that you don't know that you want, I can find for you.
That's not the way it works.
I'm just
Tiffany
saying.
is going to walk over to Trent, awkwardly put an arm around his shoulder, and be like, Trent, I have thought about it. I don't want to stay here. I want to go home. And my home isn't a good home. My dad's not good, and my mom's not good. And it might be easy for someone like that thing to convince me to stay here because all he does is talk about all the good things that can be provided. But that's not life. Life's got good things and it's got bad things. And I don't want to just stay here in this fake fairy tale and a fake little dollhouse that some creepy guy decides to give me. I want to grow up. I want to go to college. I want to get a real job in life and I want to do something with it. Here, this is where scared people stay. And Trent, I've seen you do so many things. You tackled a freaking Cardassian, man. I've seen you do so many things. And you might think you're scared. And maybe you are a little bit, but you're not a scared kid. And you're going to do great in life. And we're going to be there with you. And there's no reason to think that life's not going to be just as fun as it will be here. And probably even better because there's things that we don't even know we want because we haven't lived those times yet. So I'm going back and I hope that you come too. And then she gives like an awkward hug because it's a sincere hug. It's not her usual fake, like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
It's like an actual hug,
Oh, wow.
which is this is not easy for her as she does this.
Trent is just flushed bright red and just kind of mumbles, well, he wasn't a Cardassian when I tackled him, but thank you.
was always a Cardassian. You just didn't see it yet.
Always.
And then she lets it go.
Are you
We
all?
can sit for a minute, Trent, if it makes you feel better and you want to think, so we don't rush into it. But I think my mind has been made up. But we can sit and think if you need to.
No, I don't want to be here by myself.
And Stacy's going to turn around
Yeah.
to the salesman and be like, "See, can you leave us alone now?"
If you wish, I'm always here. And all of a sudden,
Like, do you not want to be here anymore? Do we need
leaves
Aakshi to give you a
start
hug?
flashing past all of your faces as you find yourselves being ejected out of the hedgerows, and you find yourselves at the edge of the cornfield.
I
And
guess he doesn't want a hug.
he does not want a hug. It's early, but that's where we have to end it today. Because next session, I think we're going to wrap this thing. So, let's do some XP questions. And
We
then
have processed all of the existential crises of growing up.
Yeah. All right. First off, did you participate? If you did, you get an XP. Is anyone in trouble because of their problem or relationship? If you think so, take an XP. Did anyone struggle or use their pride? If that's true, you get an XP. And I think everyone should definitely get a point for this. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids? Take an XP. And then finally, have you learned something new? And what do you think the
Salesman
new thing
is
is?
desperate for us to stay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we're the only ones that can choose whether we go or not.
All right. And that will be the end of our session. Let's do some closing plugs. So from the Lollygagger crew, Jeff, Melissa, Steven, what do you all want to throw out there?
Melissa, go ahead and take it.
I mean, if Melissa wants to do it, she hates it when she does it. But like, please, by all means.
So in a couple of hours, you can join us for Twilight Imperium as we do part 2 of our short run campaign there. And then on Monday, we are hopeful that we will be back to Horror on the Orient Express. We are going to be taking Tuesday off from Forbidden Lands. And then we are still figuring out what we're going to try to do next Friday. We might be back to Conan, or we might, since we liked Black Sword Hack last night, we might try that again next week. We will see how that goes.
Well, fantastic job. Let's just throw people under the bus. Dan, what are the Defenders got going this week?
Oh my gosh. We've got some things. I know later tonight
Yes.
we'll be over. Gosh, I'm having like a total brain fart because I
Goodman
wasn't
Games
ready
official?
for this. Yeah, Goodman Games. Monday, I think we're off.
Well, you're off Monday. I'm going to be hanging out with Jeff and Melissa, hopefully, to play some
yeah.
Call of Cthulhu.
And Adam, I would hope. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. I'm sorry, Adam. I forgot about you.
That's all right.
Wednesday, we'll be back with Aliens, assuming that it's not just a total train wreck while I was gone.
No, we'll be back. Yeah.
No, we didn't all die.
No, you didn't. You made
No, I mean,
friends.
you did, but the
Yeah.
rest of us. Were
Oh,
cool.
okay. All right. So maybe I won't be back, but every now.
Yeah, you went up a
Yeah.
garbage chute. You met Gracie. Crispy ripped off Bert's character.
Oh my god,
Wow.
that was so funny.
Yeah.
I knew that was happening. And we're at like in 1980s like Wall Street Coke bar. It's pretty
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
That's where we ended
Very
up.
nice.
That's literally where we ended off.
Yeah, we did.
It's fantastic. And then Friday is part 2 of our one shot.
Friday should be
Maybe.
part 2 of the
But
Universe
which,
Ball.
but which one shot?
anthology.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't know which one shot we're doing.
We're doing that one.
I don't know if you understand the definition of one shot when you're talking about like part 2 and
We're really bad
Yeah.
about let's do a one shot and then it turns into a 2 shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we're really good at powering through things, and a lot of the time we're not.
John put a horny floor there, so it's no surprise that we lingered. All right, good job, Dan. That's Defenders of Kobold.
Not really.
And Adam, what's the studio got happening?
You're not going to make Dan do that either?
Dan, what's the studio got happening?
No, I'm just kidding around. So
Stuff.
yeah, most of the stuff Dan is a part of, we haven't really talked too much about anyway. So go to www.grimandperilous.com and you can sign up for the mailing list or sign up for our Patreon, because right now we have like a good 3 projects that are waiting on either layout or art, and it's all done. So, it's hard to say when it'll be done, because layout and art is kind of hard to just sit down and go, okay, I'm going to get all this done. So, but we've got Divinity Unleashed, which is a divine magic supplement for Zweihander. We've got a runic magic supplement that we really haven't mentioned too much, but it's done with developmental editing. So that's probably going to come out this year, but you never know because of how long things can take. And then Beyond the Fire Volume 3 will be coming out, and I just got word today that Volume 4 is done being written. So we're going to jump into that a lot sooner than we have been. So, other than that, if you just sign up for our emailing list or join our Patreon, you'll get to see a lot of this stuff early before people get to see it. So you'd be one of the special crew.
Very true. All right. Well, that's what we've got. We'll be back in 2 weeks for the finale of Through the Hedgerows. So don't miss it. Hopefully it'll be good. We'll see. So I guess until we see you all next time, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.